Politics in Ghana is deeply polarized. Our political landscape is dominated by two major parties, the New Patriotic Party, NPP, and the National Democratic Congress, NDC. For many, neutrality is almost unheard of. Ghanaians have developed an unhealthy relationship with these two political parties, aligning themselves more as devout members or fans than as citizens of our beloved country. This blind allegiance to political factions has slowly but surely eroded our sense of patriotism. And to me, the biggest achievement of the political class in the last 32 years is killing patriotism in Ghana. We've reached the point where even elected officials openly prioritize their party's interest over national interest.
It was the consequence of John Mahama's and Nana Akufo-Addo's irresponsible statement of Galamsey that made NPP lose 20 seats in Galamsey areas, and we lost our majority, and we are living the consequences of that in Parliament.
It was only because of
that.
Their focus is benefiting themselves, their families, their friends, their political parties, and lobbyists, while they run the country into the ground. Even ordinary citizens, yes, their so-called loyal supporters, are being left to suffer in their greed. They rack up enormous debts that will burden even unborn generations to come. They even devastate our environment. And while we live with the consequences, they send their children to Europe, securing dual citizenship for them, an escape plan for when the country finally crumbles under the weight of their greed, corruption, and bad decision making. They are almost like a new colonial masters. After 32 years of this political system, one thing is clear: whether it is the NPP or the NDC in power, Ghanaians always lose. What's even more troubling is how blind we have become to this reality. Political animosity and intolerance have made us incapable of agreeing on even the most basic initiatives that could move our nation forward and save every one of us. For instance, when some Ghanaians protested against Galamsey, the illegal mining destroying our environment and water bodies, others rose to oppose them.
These are people that are fighting for a common goal, as they say.
They are not fighting for any goal.
They are saying they are calling for Galamsey to stop, which I'm sure is something.
The bush is there. They are in the forest.
Why? Simply because their political party was in power and the discernment on the streets was not in their favor going into elections that year. Instead of uniting to save our lands and rivers, the debate became about party colors, who was funding whom and who was going to benefit from fighting for our water bodies and environment. As if clean drinking water cared about political affiliations and the mercury and poisons that are being used to intoxicate our environment had its own target list of some people of certain political affiliation or party colors. This inability to see beyond partisan politics is costing us dearly. The only people who are benefiting from this is our politicians, because we are destroying relationships, reputations, and compromising our health. And all for what? To defend politicians who neither care for nor respect the very people they claim to serve. Ghanaians, it's time to rise above this toxic political culture. The fact that someone has a different political affiliation or opinion does not make that person your enemy. You are all in the same boat. You are all living in Ghana and being affected by the incompetence of our governmental structures together. We must band together and we must remember what truly matters: our country, our people, our future, our family, our friends. Patriotism must take precedence over partisan loyalty. Only then can we build a Ghana that serves everyone, a Ghana we can all be proud of, regardless of your ethnic group, your tribe, whoever you are. As long as you are Ghanaian, you would benefit from this nation too, because we are one people.